I bought a limited edition DSi XL and 3 Game Boy Advance SPs from Goodwill, and in this video, we're going to unbox them, test them out, and see if they even work. Alright, so starting with the limited edition DSi XL here, let's see what we have in the box. Alright, so inside of this little bubble mailer, we've got our DSi XL, and wow, I don't know if I've ever actually used a DSi XL. Holy crap, that thing's massive, and dude, it's so sick. It's a Super Mario Bros. 25th anniversary here. We've got some graphics, it's full red, it's got a camera on the front, of course. Now, in terms of condition, it is pretty dang scratched up, unfortunately. I'll be honest, it doesn't really help that they kind of threw the charger on top of the console to scratch it up during shipping. But flipping to the back here, it is a matte black, so that doesn't get nearly as dirty and scratched up, and of course, we're missing the stylus, which is unfortunate. Let's see if there's an SD card in here. I hope there is, and there is not. Well, that's kind of tragic. Otherwise, checking out the sides, they all look pretty good, again, because they are matte black. But let's go ahead and try to open this thing up and see. Wait, hold on. Ooh, it was a little sticky at first there. Gotta clean this thing up, but fortunately, the hinge still works pretty well. That's good to see. They had kind of fixed it once the DSi came out, but of course, the original DS and DS Lite had horrible hinges. Those things broke all the time. But let's go ahead and try to turn this thing on. Or actually, first I should mention the screens here. And actually, the screens do look pretty good. Top screen's got a few little scratches, but not much at all. Same with the bottom's got a handful of scratches. So it almost makes me think that this thing might have gotten all of its scratches from being inside of the bag with the charger and shipping, because the rest of the console looks pretty dang good. So let's go ahead and whatever. Let's turn this thing on and see what happens. Boots right up, and ooh, man. Okay, so it looks solid, but let me explain. So first of all, let me see if I can turn up the brightness so you can see this in all its glory first. Okay, so max brightness here, you can see the top screen looks really good. I don't see any like discoloration or anything like that. But looking at the bottom, you can kind of see there's some yellow discoloration in the bottom right-hand corner and kind of across the bottom a little bit. It's not horrible and it's not super noticeable, but it is noticeable, at least to my eye. And of course, if you're not on a full white screen, it's probably not quite as noticeable, but it's pretty noticeable on the screen here. But guys, let's go ahead and test this thing out. So we'll start with the DSi camera here and make sure that works. I haven't used one of these in ages, so let's kind of check out the quality here. Whoa, distortion, look at that. Back camera definitely works as well, very distorted. All right, let's go back. I'm done with the camera here. Now, looks like we have some stuff actually downloaded or built in here. So we have the web browser, which I think is default. Flipnote Studio, I believe, is default as well. BrainAge Express Math Nintendo and BrainAge Express Arts and Letters Nintendo, I would assume, are not default, but I'm not 100% sure. But let's go ahead and just boot one of these up and see if it works and see what's on it. Oh, it's one of these. You gotta flip it to the side. Nice. Yes, it is indeed 2008 right now. Sure. Seriously, that long ago that this console came out? That's insane. Well, look at those brains, man. Okay, well, the game's working and it clearly has no save data here, so let's go back and check out the rest of this console. I'm gonna go to the settings and see if there's anything saved there. I'm just really curious at this point if this thing has been used much at all, or if it was factory reset or what. So we got the default stuff that just takes up some space, which is not surprising. Yeah, our profile name is 1, as you can see up in the corner as well. Maybe somebody tested this and just put in 1, or maybe whoever had it was just, you know, lazy and just put in 1. There's no message or anything here either. So I don't know, it seems pretty normal. Let's go ahead and toss a game inside though and see if it reads. Toss in my favorite, personal trainer cooking. See what it does. Please work. There it goes. Loads right up. Cool. And yeah, we are good there. Cool. So this console is good to go for the most part, except for the little bit of scratching here and of course the yellowing screen. I'll list this console on my website if you want to check it out. I'll put the link down below. But let's go ahead and move on to our next box here and see what's inside of it. All right. So indeed, we got a Ziploc bag full of 3 Game Boy Advance SPs, a couple games as well. And I don't recall which version of the SPs these consoles are, so we'll find out here in just a second. So first of all, I got Mario Kart Super Circuit, which is a nice score. Also got SpongeBob here, Revenge of the Flying Dutchman, and ooh, that's not good. Okay, so first thing I noticed is this blue SP right here has a bulging battery. Clearly, it's just like, yeah, it's bulging out the back. And it's an AGS001, so in case you don't know, this has a front lit screen, I believe, and the 101 is a backlit screen, which gets a little bit brighter. So next up, we have also an 001, and then this one here is a 101. So this one's backlit, goes for a little bit more money because it's just it's a better screen, easier to see, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and check out the condition of all these consoles first. So first of all, I got the blue one here, and it's got some scratching in the middle on the front, which is pretty typical for SPs. Honestly, not horrible. I've seen some really bad condition SPs over the years, and the hinge works pretty well, as you can see. Inside, the buttons look good as well. Okay, that's good to see. And then looking at the back, of course, we have our bulging battery. And other than that, it actually looks, if I say, fairly solid in terms of how SPs go. Now, next up, we got the silver one here, which has some really bad scratching on the front. Flipping to the top, also got some scratching up there as well. Now, the triggers seem to work fine. It's got a little bit of well, actually, that trigger is a little bit funky. It works, but it's not quite like it should be. Oh, wow, wait, hold on. It's a little slow to open up. I don't know if it was stuck to something, but yeah, it's opening up now, and the buttons all look fine on the inside. Screen honestly looks pretty dang good. And here on the back, it's not too bad. It is pretty scratched up, but not horrible for an SP. And now, last but not least, we have our pink SP, which actually looks pretty solid. I think the colorway helps a little bit. If you get it at the right angle, you can kind of see some scratching on the front, but again, not horrible for an SP. And ooh, that left trigger was a little bit sticky, but it's a little bit better now. And opening it up, it looks pretty solid. Again, the screen is pretty good. It's got some smudging and stuff, but the buttons feel pretty nice as well. Got a little bit of a gunk right there. Not sure what that's from, but yeah, that'll need to be cleaned up. And looking at the back, we've got some scratching and stuff on the battery pack and everything, but at least it's not bulging. But guys, let's go ahead and turn these things on and see if any of them work, because honestly, these things are a little bit finicky. So yeah, the power button is already on there, which is kind of a problem. And yeah, no power on that one. We'll have to try to charge that one up. Now, next up, we'll try the silver one. Yeah, so no power there either. Not really surprising. Last but not least, we'll try the pink one as well. And no power there. All right, well, let me plug these things in and I'll see if they charge up. Okay, well, that's a good sign. I plugged in the pink one here and the charging light is on, so that means it is likely charging. A problem with SPs I've seen a lot in the past is you basically plug it in, the orange light will flash and then it'll flash off, and that basically means there's a problem with the charging circuit or the battery. I don't quite remember because it's been a while since I worked on SPs, but let's try out the silver one as well, and that charging light is also staying on. That's a good sign. Now, blue one here I'm a little concerned about, again, because the bulging battery, but we'll see what happens anyway. And yeah, no surprise there. That one has the functionality I just talked about where you plug it in, turns on, immediately turns off. So yeah, we'll troubleshoot that later, but for now, let's plug in the pink one and try to turn this bad boy on and see if it'll turn on. Or I guess I'll just wait for it to charge up for a few minutes and I'll come back. And guys, I've had both these SPs charging up for probably half an hour at this point, so let's go ahead and try to turn them on and see if they work. We'll start with the pink one here, so 3, 2, 1. Let's go. We got life on the screen. Heck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And this is the 101, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so it's got a nice backlit screen. You can see we got one level there, and it's a very bright screen for a console from, what was it, 2005 maybe? Let's go ahead and unplug it. Make sure it'll still work while it's unplugged. And we'll of course toss a game inside as well. We got SpongeBob here. We'll toss that inside. Try to turn it on and see if this will work now. Okay. Oh, hey, hold on. I've seen this before. Okay, so thinking about this, I'm pretty sure in the past I've been able to basically throw some isopropyl alcohol in this little power button right here and it cleans it up. And for whatever reason, it's like not turning on all the way when you flick it on. I think that's the issue, but I don't know. We might as well try it. So kind of douse a Q-tip in isopropyl alcohol and just try to get it in that power port in there. I don't know if I got enough in there, but we'll try to swing that back and forth a little bit. I can already tell it's turning on better now. So yep, turns on, off, on, off, on, off. That's what I'm talking about. Just a little bit of alcohol. I should clarify, isopropyl alcohol fixes everything. So let's put that to the side and let's go ahead and try to turn on this silver one right here and see what happens. Turn it on and oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Now, of course, this is a 001, so the backlit, it's not a backlit screen, it's a front lit screen. You can see even when we turn it up, it's still pretty dim. So it's better than the original Game Boy Color or Game Boy Advance, that sort of thing, but not ideal. Toss a game inside. We'll try out Mario Kart here. We'll unplug it as well. Make sure it stays turned on. 3, 2, 1. Got power, got sound. Let's go. Let's move on to the blue one here, or purplish, or what is this? Is this blue or purple? It's somewhere in the middle, but let's go ahead and try to turn this one on. We did charge it for like half a second, but you saw we plugged it in, the light went orange and then turned off. So let's go ahead and try to actually swap the battery here to one of the good batteries over here and see what happens. Wow. Open sesame, open by itself because the battery is bulging so much. That's not great. Yeah, dude, look at that. That should not be happening there. We'll take the battery out of the pink Game Boy Advance SP here, and you can see this one looks pretty good. It might have a little bulge to it, maybe a tiny bit, but it's kind of hard to tell because a lot of these times these batteries just have like naturally a little bit of bulge to them. At least I noticed they do. So let's go ahead and toss this one inside of here. Open this one up, see if it turns on. Dude, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Screen looks good as well. That's actually very surprising. Let's go ahead and toss in Mario Kart now, see if that'll load up. We got the sound, and of course this is another 001, so it's got the front lit screen, which you can see from that angle, but yeah, it's kind of hard to see on camera. So yeah, sure enough, boot it up here and the buttons feel fine. You know, man, this is actually very surprising. Usually Game Boy Advance SPs have all sorts of problems like charging issues, or I guess to be fair, this one had a bloating battery issue. So we'll have to get a new battery for this one specifically, but at least we know it works if it has a good battery. And I should point out the battery from the pink one appears to be an OEM battery. Let me check out the silver Game Boy Advance SP as well and see if that one is OEM. And oh wow, it actually isn't. That's I was kind of expecting an OEM one, but no, it's not. It's a KMD battery pack. Never heard of that, but you know, it's not bloating or anything. And guys, you want to check out any of these consoles? I'll list them down below for sale on my website. So go click that link down below, jrobgaming.com. And guys, if you like this video, I think you'll like this other video here where we got a wooden NES. Yes, a wooden NES. Go check that out, and I'll see you next time.